Today we're going to review regular account management, reviewing search term reports, and adding negative keywords on Google. So there's a few different ways to do this, but the way we're going to go over this time is at the account level. So it's reviewing search terms that you can add as negative keywords and apply to the entire account. So what we're going to do here, we're in the AdWords new interface, and we are going to go to the Keywords tab right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to search terms up here. Typical time period we're going to do these for is the last 90 days. So we're going to set this. We can set this here. We've already got it set here, 90 days up to yesterday. And then we want to make sure the columns are what we need. So this is going to be dependent on the goals of the campaign. So you might have revenue if it's an e-commerce campaign, or conversions if it's lead gen, conversions and revenue if it's e-commerce, or you just might have clicks. So we need, so we're going to have impressions, and then we're going to do clicks. We're going to do cost. And we're going to do conversions. And we've already got what we need. We got match type up here. And apply that. Okay, so we got what we need now. And what we're going to do is download this. XLS. Okay, so here we've got the data we need. We've got search term, match type, impressions, clicks, cost, and conversions. So if we're going to start with doing a pivot table, we're going to insert pivot table. Oh, it's not correct in the same row, so we'll just get rid of this. The header here, header rows. Go insert pivot table. We're going to do a new worksheet. Okay, now what we're going to want here is we're going to want search term, impressions, clicks, cost, conversions. We're going to want to add match type as a filter. Match type we'll put up here as a filter. Okay, so we got our list now. We've got it pivoted. So what we're going to do is we want to, the big thing here is we only want to look at broad, as where exact and phrase are going to be closer variants to what we already have in the account. I'm going to filter here. We actually want to look at phrase and broad match. So we're going to do select multiple items here. We're going to check off phrase match and broad match. Exact match just typically means we already have the keyword in the account. Close variant just means it might be like a plural or a misspelling. So we're just going to do phrase and broad match. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to filter by impressions, or sort by impressions, highest to lowest. So we're going to go in here. Oh. Hopefully Excel will work. When you got a really big file, this sometimes can take a little while. We're going to go here to more sort options. Okay. And then we're going to go descending, and we're going to use impressions. Go okay. So now we've got the list sorted by impressions. So right here it starts with 5,687 and it goes all the way down to 1. So if we go down here, we've got see, over 20,000 keywords. So obviously we don't want to take the time to review 20,000 keywords. So typically what we'll do is we'll just go to about 30 impressions. So if you do that, see there's a lot, you're gonna get a lot of 1 impressions. And it's just not worth the time to go through all those. And so when you get to the 30 range, you're only about 400 or so. Okay. What you're going to want to do here is look through this list, and what you're looking for is keywords that are not applicable to the entire account. For the most part, a lot of your higher impression ones are going to be ones intentional, so you can. But as you get a little down lower, you might see more. So we're going to see here is we're just looking for keywords. We're going to go one by one that don't make sense for the account. I'm just going to randomly pick a couple. This is an account for an adoption client. I see one here that's adopt a family for Christmas. And so in order that we can go through these and make note of them and then add them to back into Google, we're going to copy out the data that we're looking to use. So like I said, we want to go down to about 30 impressions. So we're just going to scroll down here to about 30. Okay. We're going to do. Okay, so we're going to take this. I'm going to go into a new tab. Paste this. So here what we're going to do, we've already got everything sorted and everything, but we're just going to start going through and looking for keywords that don't make sense. So background on the account is really important here. If you don't have a lot of background on the account or the industry or what the client does, you're going to end up doing a lot of Googling in some cases. So typically, as you get more familiar with the account, the faster you'll be able to go through this because you kind of know what you're looking for. So like there's a lot of different keywords in this account that we know shouldn't be in here, and you'll start to learn the accounts and become quicker, but in the beginning they're going to be a little slower. And when there's cases where you find something that is you're questioning, typically what you want to do is kind of Google it. So here you've got let's just say foster children. So we'll just take this one. I'm not sure if that's a qualified keyword or not. I'm just going to go in. We're going to Google it. Let's see who else is advertising. Are there other adoption agencies in this particular case? What types of organic results come up? Does it make sense for us to be showing up for this kind of keyword? And that's how you'll kind of start to learn about the industry and the different clients. And then next time you do it, you'll have a more knowledge on that. So I'm just going to kind of do this as an example, but because it's very account by account, but I just want to look for some keywords that don't make sense. Like, okay, local adopt a family for Christmas doesn't make sense. So I'm just going to highlight that. Keep going down here. Let's see. Local adopt a family again. Just going to highlight that. You're kind of going to go through the list and find and see what you can find. So when we're done doing that, we're going to filter. What we're going to do here is we're going to filter by color. Right here. So these are the keywords we're going to add as negatives. When we add these as negatives, what we want to do is add these as exact match. So you can add these as phrase match, broad match, or exact match. But typically we're going to want to add these as exact match. The main reason we add them as exact match is to not accidentally lose coverage on good quality keywords. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these two, and what you need to do, or what we're going to do is add these back into AdWords. So there's a couple ways you can add these. You can add them campaign by campaign, or you can add them as shared negatives. So since we're doing this account wide, we want them to apply to all campaigns. So we're going to add these to a shared negative keyword list. So we're going to go up here. We're going to go to our shared library, and we're going to go negative keyword lists. In most cases, we're already going to have a shared negative keyword list, but for the sake of this, we'll create one. We're going to call this all campaigns. Now for these, you need to have the match type in the keyword. So this either needs to be bracketed for exact match or in quotes for phrase match. So let's go back to our Excel file. So we need to add the brackets in. So typically the way I do this is we'll just add them here, and then what I'll do is I'll do a little concatenate. So we'll go concatenate, we're gonna add this, and then we're gonna add this, and we're gonna add the outside bracket. Okay, carry it down, now we've got them. Copy, we're gonna go back to AdWords, paste them in there, save. Now right now, you can see here, this one we just added is not applied to any campaign. So we have to go back in, go in here. Oh. Sorry, I had a little issue there I had to solve. I couldn't figure out how to apply a shared negative list with the new AdWords interface, but I figured it out. So what you're going to do with the new, in order to apply the shared negative keyword list, is once you're done there, you're going to go back to the campaigns view here. You're going to check the boxes of the campaigns that you want to apply to. So in this case, we want to apply it to all of them. We're going to do edit, and we're going to do edit targeting, and we're going to do click negative keyword lists. This is the one we created. We called it all campaigns. Do is apply, and then we're done. And that's all in that case.